That's what women are doing every single day. They're creating this fantasy. So when it comes to blue pills, they're going to use the blue pill to fulfill a certain part of their fantasy. They never love it.
They never love it. Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Today we're going to be talking about why women would never love you. All right? Now, before I get started, I just want to say there was a time that women fell in love fast. There was a time where being a gentleman was the style. It was the things to do. It wasn't until the early 70s when marriage laws were changed, where women were getting a percentage of the man's wealth, that things started to change, and when women started getting their rights. That you had to work harder for your love. Then the diamond company comes out and says, hey, you have to have a diamond ring. Things start change as we evolve as people. But there were a time, if you talk to your grandmothers and you talk to your great grandmothers, they would tell you there was a time where women were not as conniving as they was now. They were not as mean as they were now, and they was not as masculine. That was a time where women wore dresses. That was a time where promiscuous women were frowned upon, where women who showed their cleavage was frowned upon, where women who even attempted to do anything masculine, it was frowned upon, because women were taught to be vulnerable, sensitive, not as strong, not as smart, not as controlled. Women were supposed to be weaker vessels that were there to make sure that to breed children, to raise children, to nurture children. That's what their emotions are. And if you look in each animal kingdom, women are the same way. They like to nurture, and the man's always the masculine one. Except for you have certain species where the woman is the masculine one. But so we're going to start off how she would never love you now in today's world. Well, you have to look at the transformation of what's been going on. See, while life was giving women power, and before I start there, I just want to say, in the Bible, Proverbs 31st verse 3 said, do not give a woman energy or power. She would take that power and destroy the kingdom. Proverbs 31st verse 3. All right? Now, what happened was, as women got more rights, they in the ability to do things, they always held a grudge for the past to overdo their privileges that they were getting. It's kind of like they started getting privileges to have jobs. So they started getting put in higher power. But when they got put in higher power, they felt like they had to go and act like a man when it's not part of their nature to do it. They feel like they have to act mean when it's not part of their nature to do that. That's what a problem is that with the new rights and the new independence that women are gaining now, they're actually taking on the traits that a man has to do. See, she's not used to having to worry about that. If you go back 1500s of years ago, you go back 50 years ago, you go back 70 years ago when your grandparents were around and their parents were around, women sat at home and just birthed kids while the man worried about providing for the family, while he worried about doing that. Now women are more concerned with that, but it's not part of their nature. So with them having such a complexity of the mind, off the way they think, it's almost like you're dealing with a bipolar person with 4 or 5 personalities. All the women are bipolar because their brain is getting pushed in so many different directions. They're only sensitive when they're by themselves, or when they've over feminized themselves and a situation turned on them. See, a woman can walk around and act like a man, trying to be like a man, but soon as things goes wrong and she plays victimhood, now she wants to act like a female. See, that's the trickery with women. That's the bipolarness of them. This is what makes it hard for them to love, which is why they always need a challenge. See, women never fall in love. It's what keeps their brain curiously coming. This is why they fall in love with the red pill, because the red pill doesn't give them any guarantees of anything. The red pill doesn't try to cater to them. The red pill creates so much mysterious that it creates desirement. That desirement calls into what we call love, but love is nothing but a long-term infatuation that would die out. At some point, whoever you're with, the feeling for them is going to die out. See, in order for a woman to attach to something, it has to be something that she cannot control. Once a woman can control the outcome of something, she's no longer interested into it. It's like they keep this kid-like mentality their whole life. You take a child and you give him a toy and he play with that same toy over and over and over again all day long. He gets tired of it and needs another toy. Next thing you know, after years, the toy box has built up because the child got bored with each toy because he played with it too long. But if you would have took that toy the same way you treat a dog, I'm not saying treat a baby like a dog, I'm just saying you give him his toy, take it away, don't let him keep it. It's easier to train him. It's the same thing with humans. You give her a little bit and then take it away, it's easier to train her. It's easier to watch her squirm for your love when you only giving her a little bit of attention than taking it away from her. That's what the red pill does. The red pill gives her a little bit of attention, it takes it away from her. The blue pill doesn't. See, she could never love the blue pill. She can only use the blue pill. Because the blue pill helps her live out the fantasy that the internet told her that she's supposed to be living. See, back in the day when your great grandmas was coming up, there were no internet. There wasn't any influences. Everybody around them was the same. Every woman was the same. Every man was the same. This is why women play certain roles and men play certain roles, because that's the only thing that they see. Nowadays, you can pick up your phone and never leave your house and actually jump inside of a fake world where you actually think you have a life, but you never left your home. All you did was just sit at home and just watch videos all day and created this fantasy of what you wanted your life to be. That's what women are doing every single day. They're creating this fantasy. So when it comes to blue pills, they're going to use the blue pill to fulfill a certain part of their fantasy. They never love it. They never love them. And the reason why she never loves him is because there's no challenge within him. There's no curiosity there. There's nothing to keep her guessing about him, because she knows what he's gonna say, when he's gonna say, how he's gonna react, how he's gonna do it, to the point where she's like, all right, I need him to fulfill this part. So she's gonna have him fulfilling another part of her fantasy. She'll never love him because it's too much given to him. But it's never love when it comes to a woman. It's just, okay, I'm gonna use him for this, and then I'm gonna use that person for that. Chances are you find a woman that's using her man for something and she's the dominant one, she's using somebody else for something else. She may go to somebody else's house and try to control their house because she's so used to controlling hers. You gotta watch that too. You see a lot of that in women that are controlling their man, and then they try to go to other people's house and control it. And the reason why is because there's no love there. There's only convenience there. She's conveniently using you. All right? She's never in love. She's always down with the infatuation. This is why, like, strippers don't like men. When you go to the strip club, right? Strippers always got a girlfriend on the side, a lesbian girlfriend that all the girls go to. Every strip club, they're always with lesbian girls. They don't like a man. You know why? Because they have the man figured out. See, they're saying, oh, if I shake my butt this way, he gives me this. If I do this, he gives me this. If I do this, he gives me this. Oh my God, it's working on all these guys. I'm so smart. She thinks she's smart because she can move her booty a certain way and get some money. because she's seeing men react to it. They only gonna respect the man that don't give them no money. The man that don't treat them good, because that's a challenge. The challenge is trying to get the money out of the man that don't give you the money. The challenge is trying to get a man to do the thing that the other 99% of the guys are volunteering to do. This is why she would not ever fall in love with 99% of the guys, because 99% of the guys are not opposing as a challenge. They're just exposing as a person that she can use to fulfill a certain part of her fantasy. See, women have evolved. Their friends are online. Their attention is online. Their lifestyle is online. Online is changing the way women think completely. They're not even getting influences from girls around them, because if you notice, girls now are a lot independent. Even though they may get around each other and crack jokes a lot, it's just a matter of time before they fight each other. You know that and I know that, and that's what we see. But she can't love. It's never love to a woman. If a red pill want a woman to fall in love with him, he just treats her like shit. She doesn't love him. She just starts doing things around him to turn him into a blue pill to capture him. All right, I'm gonna have sex. You know, red pills, she'll have sex with us all day. Every time she see us, she want us to have sex. And when we have sex, she's gonna give us the best sex. And the reason why she's gonna give us the best sex is because she's trying to win us over. That's what you have to understand. It ain't her loving us to love us longer. It's her trying to win us over, right? So she can capture us, so she can get bored and go to the next guy. See, blue pills women are always in another man's face. You ever notice that? If you're a blue pill going into a red pill, or you still a blue pill, is your woman always in another man's face cracking jokes? Huh? When y'all go out and she constantly in another man's face that you may look at, that you may think he's better looking than you or he's more successful than you, but she just always in his face and want to talk? Huh? That's what they do to blue pill men. They don't respect them. They'll flirt with another guy in front of you and you won't even pay no attention to it because you just think you've been a good guy. No, dog. That's how they are. She don't love you. She gonna stay in that next man's face. And if you, her, and all your friends are all friends, you're screwed because she never loves you. All these guys that may come hang around y'all as a couple, they just want to fuck your woman because she's already put it out there. Men can smell a cheating wife. Men know when a woman's gonna cheat when she ain't. They can feel it. If your woman, the woman always in another man's face, that means she don't love you because it's never love. When you're a blue pill, you relinquish all of your power. This is why she would never love you. It's because we gave them the power. Women did better when they had to work for their independence because they love trying to prove themselves to a man. See, what you're gonna pay for, and when I say you're, I'm talking about the blue pill. What the blue pill man is gonna pay for, he's gonna pay for sex. He's gonna pay for companionship. He's gonna pay for conversation. He's gonna pay for her to cook him something. He's gonna pay for all that. The red pill, we ain't gonna spend no money. We're gonna get the best sex. If we tell her to go get us a bottle of water out the sex, she gonna get out that bed and she gonna go get that bottle of water out the sex. And if we having sex and I pull on her hair, she ain't gonna say, "What are you doing?" She gonna say, "Oh yeah." We're gonna get away with everything because we're posed as a challenge. We're the ones she can never figure out. It's all infatuation to her. The whole time she's with us, she's aiming to conquer us. If we were to turn around and start treating her like a beta male or like a blue pill, she would not like a red pill anymore the moment he switches. She won't. You get out there and you get yourself a side chick that you like better than your main chick, and you leave your main chick and go to your side chick. Your side chick ain't gonna even want you no more. A lot of women love being a side chick The moment you take a side chick and put her in a wifey position, she won't even like you no more, because it's never love to a woman. It's just who's gonna keep her distracted. She needs to always be distracted. She can never have you figured out. The moment she has you figured out, it's game over for you. Because she's so complex, trying to be too many people at one time. She's trying to be a cheerleader. She's trying to be a boss. She's trying to be a know-it-all. She's trying to be the marriage counselor. She's trying to be the happiest person in the world. She's just happy to show everybody her success when she's really in debt. She's battling too many different personalities within her for her to even love. So with her being confused with herself, she can only attract to confusion in a guy. So she'll rather date a guy that she's confused about. This is why women were taught to stay in the house and do certain things. Because when you bring them out and let them run free, their brain absorb too much information and they're misguided. They don't know which way to go. With the increase of blue pills, it put them in a delusion. With the increase of red pills on the rise, then we actually have time for change, and there may be some changes coming up. We'll see. Comment, like, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this video. If you like my new scenery, what I need to work on. We about to really start pushing this channel. I'm about to start really doing some new things and experimenting, but I got a couple cameras coming in, and I got a couple GoPros coming in that I gotta try. So we about to start doing some new stuff. Give me some concepts. Let me know about this video. Comment, like, subscribe. This is Anthony Spade. Hasta la vista.